Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to this week's weekly Valorant news roundup. My name is Blackout Valorant streamer and personality, and I am so pleased you decided to choose me to bring you this week's news on everything Valorant. We've had such an active time this week in the Valorant community, and with the weather being so nice, it's definitely a good time to see the butterflies come out.
Check this out.
So, without further ado, let's start breaking down all the leaks, skins, and news in this week's news roundup. So before we get into the fresh leaks on Episode 3 Act 2, let's spread our wings and talk about the latest recon set that has come to Valorant. As we all saw before and after the release, Riot Games dropped a whole new set of military-inspired weapon skins in the Valorant shop, and the response from the community has been pretty lukewarm, especially when it comes to something players have been praying for, to be honest, for quite a while now, and that is the butterfly knife. You know, those things tough guys use to show their ability to actively avoid cutting themselves?
Don't be intimidated, Squidward. Try to imagine him in his underwear. Oh no, he's hot!
Anyway, such a pretty basic knife with some okay animations didn't quite get the reaction Riot was hoping for. For a lot of players, this knife came off as extremely overpriced, and instead of making the knife something more accessible as a cheaper value and bringing in some sweet player morale, it just ended up bringing in more questions about how much a skin in a competitive shooter should really cost. The thing is, if you want to pick up this butterfly knife, it's gonna cost you pretty much $35, compared to skins like the Ruination Sword that came out a while back with some pretty great effects for $5 more. You got one of the best looking knives slash, let's be honest, fucking swords in the game, but there's not much we can do now since the set is now out and actively in the shop. All we can really hope for is that Riot responds to the feedback to create more value-oriented butterfly knives in the future, you know, so tough guys can spin them in their games. Now let's get into the sweet juicy news. What's going on with Episode 3 Act 2? Now I do want to say this is mostly completely new leaks, completely different from last week's video, so I'm super excited, so let's get into it. First, let's get some of the old stuff out the way. It's looking more and more likely that Canyon is still coming, as Riot Games themselves have begun teasing the new Canyon map on some of their social media. It's the rumors, unfortunately, are going around that we are only getting a new map next act instead of a new map and a new agent. Now, I don't want you guys to freak out because I know a lot of people were very excited if Deadeye was finally making his rounds in-game, but what I'm trying to do is tame and set the right expectations for you guys as the leaks come out. Let's just hope and pray that Act 2 is actually still a banger, and I do believe with the new agent that isn't coming this act, there are going to be a lot of fulfilling moments for the community if it's done right. So let's just cross our fingers, and I know a lot of good stuff is still coming for us guys. And I do want to say before we get into the last bit of news, and trust me, it's a banger, I want to thank you for making it this far into the video and that I love what I do, so thank you guys so much. Next, let's talk about Episode 3 Act 2 Battle Pass. Now, we don't expect the Battle Pass price to change as far as we know. So far for now, you still will be paying the normal $10 for the Battle Pass, and all that includes the new collection of skins, Radiant points, sprays, cards, and knives that come with it. I do want to state that a lot of the leaks have come from the notorious leaker Valor Leaks. So going over the statement, Act 2 Battle Pass adds the Varnish, Nitro, and Artisan weapon skins to your collection, along with jaw-dropping Act 2 exclusives. And this is coming from the guy himself. We have yet to get actual images or footage of all the new stuff, but with the new season just around the corner, it wouldn't be wrong to think they'll be poking their heads very soon. And speaking of exclusives, here's one. New Zedd skins. You know.
But yeah, I got really into Overwatch. And then this game came out and I was like, oh my God, it sounds like a mix of both games. Like the one that really has my heart forever. Like Counter-Strike, if you put me on the spot, it's like, what's the best game of all time? For me, Counter-Strike is the best game of all time. For me personally. And then Overwatch, I absolutely love, but it just made me so damn angry. So I was like, Valorant could be the right compromise. And
they had a baby.
I'm so hooked.
Child.
That's right, the DJ slash superstar himself is making his way to Valorant with a bang. Valorant Episode 3 Act 2 is slated to get a whole set of Zedd skins, and if you didn't know, I have a huge love for Zedd, not just as a musician, but as a person and gamer. And man, that guy makes some really good music. I mean, I really do like a lot of his songs. So this is something I am extremely excited for, so don't be surprised if you start hearing a lot of Zedd on my stream in the coming days leading up to the new expansion of content. From what it's looking like, Act 2 will make its way to players on September 8th, so now is a good time to start marking your calendars. But that is all the news we have for this week in Valorant, so if you guys did enjoy this week's news roundup, don't forget to smash the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe. Thank you so much to all the new subscribers. I want to let you guys know the weekly news roundup is here to stay. So until next week, guys, keep playing, keep grinding, and stay positive.